Hi, welcome to Dice Control Dojo. I'm Phil, and I practice every day to share my tips so we can all get better at the casino. Today we're talking about dealers. These are the most important thing you need to worry about when you get to a casino when you're a control thrower. We're going to talk about your focus. We're going to talk about best dealers, what they look like. We're going to talk about distracting dealers, what they look like, how important tipping is, as we talked about yesterday, and energy. We're going to talk about all of that. So buckle up. We're on day 89. I'm doing all my results. We're about to leave for Vegas. I'm so super pumped. I'm doing double, triple sessions every day to make sure that my muscle memory, my mental memory, my game's ready to go. I'm packing. I'm thinking of things to bring. Remember what you need to bring, and so you can practice in the at the hotel room. So I'm so super excited, and so are my guys. We're gonna have a ball. So remember, it's for fun, right? We want to make money, and I'm working on this, hopefully, that I can share something that makes sense. And these 90 days were worth every video that I've done, and I've enjoyed it so much. So we're talking about dealers. Listen, these guys, this is their job, okay? This isn't them at the casino having fun like we are. This is their job. They're paid professionals. And when you're in Vegas, these are the top these are hopefully the top guys in the world, because there's hundreds of casinos out there, right, in Vegas. And so these should be the top of the top. It's kind of like uh, uh, it's kind of like you play every day at a local casino where maybe there's one really good one. I know in my casino I have one very good dealer. I mean, she is outstanding. She is passionate. At least she pretends to be passionate about her job. But when we're here and I need to focus on my dice throwing, I don't need distractions. I don't need bad vibes from the dealers. So when we talked about tipping, why I talked about tipping yesterday, on how come I led with tipping, because tipping for dealers is their lifeblood. All right. Not saying you're going to change somebody's personality with a $5 tip or a dollar tip, but collectively, I want to make sure that if I'm winning, they're winning. If I'm throwing well, they're throwing well. I want them to be able to have a good day, and when they go away, go home that day, they had a good day and they remembered that we had a good day together. But it is their job. Okay. Now, what does a top echelon dealer look like? Because there are not so good ones. There's some distracting ones everywhere, even in Vegas. But I found that some of the best ones are the ones that are unassuming, right? They let you play your game, and they let you do what you need to do. They keep you on track, and their payouts are good. What do we as the craps crew think of a good dealer? I'm telling you, my first one is when they recognize that I got the 3355 up there, and there's one dude that I know every time he's on stick, he's gonna come back after he does this. He's gonna play with his little thing, which I can't do, and he's gonna set me up with the 3-3 on the top and push it to me. One, it makes sense. If the casino wants us to move fast, why wouldn't you set me up so I don't have to think about the threes being at the top? And if he does that, that's outstanding. I mean, that is good dealership. Another good positive energy for a dealer is the payouts. When they pay you out very well and you don't have to worry that they have to, if they have to think about the payout, if they're like slowly moving and they're like, you know, thinking about it, you have to make sure you know what you're getting back. So if I bet that I should be getting 51 back, that should be coming to me right away. And I shouldn't have to think about it. And if they have to think about it, that makes me worried, and then now I'm not focused. So this is all about focus, right? And how dealers can make you not focus. If they're not paying out right, or they're slow at payouts, right? The great dealers, man, they're out, boom, 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 boom. They know their payouts. There's no issues. They paid out fast, so I can get back to my throw and not worry about the argument of a payout, and now the big guy got to come over and make decisions. So making sure they're paying out quick is fantastic. It would be really nice if they're all very positive and energetic when you're there, but it is their job. So they're standing there all day. They have a lot of drunk people coming around. It's not an easy job. I couldn't do it. One, the math would blow me away, and they know that math like the back of their hands. Two, they're dealing with a bunch of jerks. And I may be a jerk. I don't know. I'm trying to be nice. I want there to be, but sometimes I'm in a zone and I'm not in a mood to be talking to them while I'm throwing. Three, the best dealers know to not talk to the dealer. They also make sure nobody comes up and distracts in the middle of your throw or makes bets late. They have control of the room, and they make sure that goes smoothly. Once again, those are your best dealers. Where are some ways we can get distracted? And I've seen this before, that one, we've been to one casino that the second we sit here and go like this, they go, oh, here we go. Here's these guys who think they're control throwers. And they're talking to each other in the middle of your throw, or they're mocking you. We just get out of there. There's no room for that. There's no need for it. We're going to be throwing and making some money. Maybe we're going to be giving the casino some money. Maybe we're going to be tipping them. So distracting dealers are ones that won't move. We've had somebody that's like, they're like going to sit there like this with their stick out like this, and they're not going to move. This is my space, and I'm not, and sir, you're in my space. You're going to have to back up and stuff. So I'm polite, and I'm like, say, hey, okay, yes, I'm sorry. Is this okay? Can I throw from here? Is this going to work? Because I just moved back my buddy. But I got stick guys that can be very distracting. Also, when they're talking, nothing, I know they have to be there all day, but when they're just babbling about stuff, day-to-day stuff in the middle of your throw, I don't even understand it. I don't see that at the casino so much. It's usually during the payouts and stuff, or they'll talk. But, right in the middle of your throw when they're talking about the game yesterday, it's a little distracting. But that's all right. Once again, it's their job. They got to be there all day. When are they going to talk? If they have to do the payouts, so it's hard. The best dealers, though, man, we've been in a couple casinos where we've enjoyed the whole crowd when the pit boss and them are all in cahoots and they're laughing and we're hooting and hollering and they're making fun of us. We're having some good times. There's nothing more fun. Nothing more fun. In a couple casinos, boy, we go back over and over again because they're just so much fun to be there. They recognize us. They're laughing, and that's a sign of a great. And they're going to get a ton of tips. I'm telling you, we're just throwing the tips at them, especially when we have a couple drinks. Yeah, if you're making it fun and they do, we want to go back there. I want to make money, and I want them making money. So why not make it money when we're having fun versus being at a place when they're just standing there and they're not talking to you, no eye contact. They don't even care to be there. So it is different. I know it's a job, but your job is customer service, and you're hoping that they will give you the respect that you have because you have money in your pocket you're willing to give out. The dealers don't trust that everybody is going to tip and give you tips or get tips. So you have to make sure when I start off with my tipping right off the bat and they see that, then they know we're here to help and make it fun. So if by any chance these guys start getting funky and you're throwing for a long time and then they're going to start changing things up like, hey sir, you have to hit the back wall, you know, you may have hit the back wall and they're starting to distract you. I don't know why they would do that, especially if you have tips out there for them. Usually they don't, but every once in a while you get a box that's just starting to get a little antsy because you're throwing for a little while. They don't want to lose money and they're going to start slowing you down. We always use the Omaha, right? If we got things that aren't going right, I yell Omaha, everybody goes off on their bets, and we try and power through for a couple throws. So those are some tips. You know, hey, we've had some wonderful casinos. In my local one, I have a great dealer. I love that she's there. She remembers me. She knows I like a certain set. And also, too, when they know what your betting is going on, we were in Atlantic City, and the dude knows how I bet because I do the same bet over and over again. And the same in Vegas. That is fantastic when they're like, hey, you forgot to put the odds on that. I'm like, oh, yeah, thank you. Because they're very aware of how your betting strategy is. And once they know how you're doing and how you press and how you do it, and they do it, oh, man, it makes the day so much easier, so much fun. You don't have to think. And once again, if I'm throwing, I don't want to think. So I love that they do that. And there's some great dealers in Vegas, some in Atlantic City. And lastly, when they do suggestions, not all suggestions are great. You know, you should do a prop bet or you should do this. But one discussion that we had when we were in Atlantic City, which was fantastic, is, and people may yell, and I know, but we had the all tall small covered. We had hit the small, we had the tall coming, and all we needed was a 10. And we've been playing all tall small for years. I never thought to hedge the bet. And the dealer suggested to us, hey, you should put like a couple $100 on the 10 just in case, you know, you 7 out, you're still going to make money back. You've already guaranteed some money. And that blew our mind. And that was just a suggestion. We didn't have to do it. He wasn't mocking us, but what a great guy to suggest that, because then we hedged it and we didn't, you know, if it did 7 out, which it did, we still made a couple $100 off of it. It was guaranteed money. So I love it when the dealers, you know, they know more than we do about how the payouts are going to be in that, but we should know the payouts. But some suggestions on how to do stuff is always nice, and you can always ask. So how important dealers are, they're your best friends. They're the ones that are going to get you through. They're the ones that help create the energy. They're the ones that are going to make sure that your experience there is great. And if you're finding a place that's not giving you the love because you need positive energy and you need to focus, go somewhere else. There's plenty of other places, especially all over the country now. There's plenty of places I can spend my money. So why go to a place that's going to give you negative energy? And we got a whole list of them, which I'll not share with you because sometimes the dealers change over the years and sometimes they're really good. There was one place we hated because the dealers were bad, but we ended up there because the table was open and we found one of our best favorite dealers of all time. So I loved it. And I'll go back there because I like him and he's fun. And hopefully he shares that energy with his other buddies. So join me tomorrow. I'm going to go over the results of my 10 days, compare it to before, and more importantly, I'm going to go over exactly all the things that I've done in these 90 days to get ready for Vegas in just 2 days. I'm so excited. So join me tomorrow, and as always, the betting strategy that I use that makes me a lot of money is the practice, the positive energy, the focus, and that way I'll throw for a long, long time. Tip your dealers.